Hello everyone, today we are going to start our first day of creating a website as for your interest. So today we have the online.kfc.co.in. We will go to the home page here. In the home page, we can see at the top, here is the bar showing a pop-up message, the set location and current location access permission. And the second one is our navigation bar, this one. In the navigation bar, we have a logo here, then a menu, then deals, sign in options, and the login page. Or I think this is the order section. Yeah, your card is an empty. Let's start with an order. We'll go back to this, but first let us design this front page. Whatever you can see. Then next coming to the third section, here we have panel showing let's order for delivery, pickup or dine in, start order. One type of promoting the starting order option. The next comes the gallery or menus where we can select the thing that we want to order. Ginger buy one get one free. So in this section what we can see that the menus are equipped with cards. In every card there are only two components. One is the image and second one is the text under that image. So we will be creating that. Then comes the next section, say more as you order. This also includes some draggable cards. When I click on this, next cards are popping up. We will be doing that as well. But here, as we can see, each individual card consists of mainly 2 to 3 components. First one is the image, second one was the heading, so third one is a price, and there is a button, apply offer or view details, on clicking which a pop-up is coming. In that pop-up we can see the details, and on clicking on this close button it will be closed. And at last there is a footer section. In the footer we can see there are multiple columns in which different links are placed. Here is the KFC logo, then the first column, second column, third one, fourth one, fifth one, and sixth one. As we know, KFC has also applications in Google Play and App Store, so this is the links to those. And at last here is the copyright information of the site, and these are the social media links. So moving to the top, we will be creating all this from starting to ending in the session. Maybe this session will have multiple parts. Okay, without losing much time, we will start. Let's go to our suitable editor. Here we are going to use the VS Code for live server enablement, where we can check direct code with the live server, any updates we want. Let's close this. Now this is my dev l1 folder where I will be creating a new folder. The new folder name will be KFC. This will be our project folder. In our project folder, our first file will be index.html. So as you can see, our HTML file has been created. Let's write down our HTML5 format, HTML5, enter. Now the HTML5 format has been created. Here in the title, we have to see what is the title. Here it is mentioned. We can see here at the title it is mentioned KFC/order KFC chicken online and find restaurants. So let's write down that as it is, KFC or order KFC chicken online, order KFC chicken online, then and find restaurants, and that's all. We can see there is another logo here that will also be adding, but in later state. Now let's go to our first section, the navigation section. In our navigation section, we can see there are two paths. One is present towards the left, another is present towards the right. So here we'll be using a flex box to separate these two sections, one to the left, another to the right. So let's create our section. I will write navigation bar nav, enter. In nav I will create a left section and a right section. Then I will make this nav as display flex. So before adding the style, as we will be using the external style set, I will link the style using the link tag. Okay, link. Here I will place my style seed name, style.css, and in the KFC folder I will create a new folder where I will be storing all my CSS files. Let's create a new file, style.css. So let's update the path. As my style.css is present inside the CSS folder, we can mention here css/style.css. Now let's set the document's default margins to 0, padding to 0. As we know, in every document the default margin or padding will be 10px. So setting that to 0 will do the thing. Let's run this index page. Let's see what the headers or the outputs are coming. I will go live. Now our website is running on the server, which is live. Now I will just restore it to 1 by 1 so that we can see the changes happening over the time. Let's resize this to 50% of the window. One is to the right. Let's skip this to the right and keep the code section, the editor, to the left. And that's all. Now let's start coding. Here let me hide this panel so that we can view it more properly. In the left panel, as we can see, there are 3 buttons or 3 elements. One is the image, the site logo, one is a menu section, and another is the deals. For that we will use 3 tags of anchor elements. Inside first I will place the image, which will hold the source or the site logo. Let's give our folder as image / site logo .png, site logo. Then next a text showing home, or we can see the output of that page, menu, and another is the deals. Menu, let's type menu as menu, and another one is deals. We can see Here two menus has been added. Now we'll add the right part. In the right part, what will be there? In the right part, there will be other things like the sign in option and the card option. So let's create that. Here I will add a sign in button, sign in, and the next one will be a image which will refer us to the card, or which will take us to the card, and I will pass the image. In the image I will be also passing a bucket.png. bucket. As we can see here in the output, one of the section, the upper section or the left section that we want to add is present over here, and the second section is present over here. So why does that? Why there is a line break between these two? So in the code we can see we have taken a division for separating these two elements, or separating these two sections. As we know, divisions are block level elements, so this will place these elements one to the top and another to the bottom. So by using display flex, we will be arranging this two. So now let's go to our style.css, and before that we should add these images so that we can add the style more effectively. So let's go to our favorite site for the logos, flaticon.com. Here I will search for the logo of the KFC. Here we can get the chicken logos, but the text is not coming. We can see KFC logo. Let's see if it is coming or not. Okay, it is not finding the KFC logo. Instead we can place the chicken logo here, something like this, or which will be better, let me see, we can place this one. Okay, download the PNG, free download, then it will pop up where to save. For me, I will be saving to my location, which is Z drive, dev level 1, KFC project folder. Inside this I will be creating my image folder. Inside the image folder I will giving the name site logo. As we have mentioned here, the site logo has been updated. Then let's go for the bucket, bucket, bucket with chicken. Let's see if it is coming. No. We can see fried chicken. Here there is a bucket option, and any other buckets, if it is present, that will be good. Yeah, this bucket is looking cool. We can download it as well. bucket buckets. Now our two files has been downloaded, and here we can see the images will be covering the page as per their default size. So let's go back to our code, and we will be resizing the images. In this, let's see, go to CSS. How to access this image? We can access this image by going to the left. Inside left there is an image, so we will write left image width to 100px. Yes, it is still quite larger. Let's make it to 40px. Yeah, that will be good. Now let's make, or let's do this with this image as well. Right, image width will be 40px. This one also px. As we can see, our images has been placed. Now let's align these two within a bar section. So for that, I will use display flex on the nav bar or the nav tag, which will align these two elements in one row. As we know, whenever we use the display property, it will automatically align the items in a row. Here we can see all the elements are present in one row. Now let's use another property, justify content space between, so that this two will move each end of the page, one to the left, second one to the right. Now let's add some design to this links, or we can add some design to the background as well. As of this, we can see here there is a white background, so let's go for it. Our background is automatically white, so no need to change that. What we can do is just can add a border of 1px solid black. Here our border has been added. Let's add some padding so it will look great. 40px. That will be 30px will be good, or 20px. Yeah, 30px, 20px is great. Now let's align all these elements like this in format in one row. So for that, we will be using this section, the left one and the right one, as display flex. So we'll write dot left dot right display flex, and the elements will move to the up by default as per the flex property has been defined. So let's align the items, align items center. This items will be centered vertically. Now add some padding between the elements. So how to access these elements? We know all these elements are one links. This is a link, this is a link, or we can say these are the anchor tags. So the anchor tags will be adding all types of anchor tags, or we can directly access the a tag and we'll add padding 20px. So it will move the elements 20px apart from each other, which will look like this. Now we will go to the text decoration part, where we can see the blue color of these links. So for that, we can use text decoration of the a tag or anchor tag to none. Now the underlines has been gone, and it is 90% looking as per the requirement, as we can see here. Here just change the color of the text or the buttons to the text format or black format. Let's see how to do that. Here we can add text color. For text color we are using color to black. Now our text has been changed to black color. On clicking this, we will be moving to the card section, which we will add later. For now we are just going for the images and the designs. So let's see what's next. Here I think we have missed something, the logo of the person who is going to log in. So let's add that as well. Here we can see we can search for a profile and we will download the image of the profile. Let's see a simple icon which will look more great or simple in our site. User.png, save it. Now we need to add this user to left of this sign in section, which is this one, and the sign in text at the top. I will add the image. The image will have src as image class user.png, and let's set the user size, user logo, alt text, and sign in image, right image. As we have said, the right section image to 40px, so this image size is also resulting in 40px. To change that, we can access this image by giving it a class name, class user logo. Then I will go to our style, user logo, then we'll set the width to 20px. Okay, our user logo is not being accessed. Let's see why it's so. For that, I think the flex box is responsible, so just make it quick. We can use the HTML to add a style to it. For now, style width 20px. Yeah, we can see it has been smalled, or the image size has been smalled. Let's position this image, as this is present inside our anchor tag. This is resulting some sort of inaccurate proposition. So let's move this image to outside of the sign in section. Now it looks good. So let's try adding this to the CSS image, right image. We have accessed this image along with this image. Here let us add a class name or ID, user logo, ID user logo, width to 20px. Yeah, it's done. Now our first section has been completed successfully. As we can see here, we have all the components. We have the site logo, the sign in option, and the user sign in logo as well. So let's go to the second section, where we can see there is a black box or black panel in which it is written let's order for delivery pickup or start order button. So let's create the next section. The next section will be placed after the navigation bar. So we will create a division with order option, or we can just give it a name, quick order. The quick order will have a text inside of paragraph. Let's copy the text, whatever here. Let's order for delivery, paste it here, and a button having text, start order. So let's see what is coming here. Yes, the text is here, the button is also here. So what we need to do, we just need to add the background of a black color and a white color text and red color button with this type of designs. For that, we can give this paragraph a class name, quick order text, and this button a class name, quick order button. So let's go to style.css. Let's access this class quick order. In quick order, let's set the height to 100px. Now let's the bz color to black, and now we can see the text has been hidden inside. It's not completely black, it is little less black, so for that we can just select it here like this. Here we can see, yeah. So let's access this text and change the color of it. For that I will access quick order, then text color to white. Now let's align this text to center of the elements, or by default when the web page is full screen it will present to the left side and the button will be present at the right side. So to do so, what we can do is that we can use the flex as here as well. So let's add display flex here. So it will automatically place a button to next to the text, and let's place the text and the button in middle of the section. So I will be using justify contents, or we can use align items center to center them vertically so that the extra height and width will be minimized, and add some, okay, that much is good. We can add some justify content as well, justify content center, so to center them vertically and horizontally as well. These two we are using. First one is for centering them to vertically, and second one for centering them horizontally from left to right. Let's add some space between this button and the text. Here we will add some padding of 30px, 0px, or we can do just 0px and 30px. So it will add some space between two. Then we'll access the button and design that. So here, as we can see, the button is of color red. So let's set the color to red, bz color to red. Okay, it's not completely red, it's quite little pinky red. So let's move this color to as per that, and this is the color, I think. Yes. Now let's change the color of the text inside the button. For that we will be using color white. Now let's add some padding. Padding will be 20px, 10px, and or we can use 20px or 30px. Then add some border radius, 20px, or we can use it as 50% to make it a circular border. But here we can see it is not completely circular. What you can do is that we can add 30px, and this will do. And about the border, we can say it is none, and our button has been created successfully. As per the output generated here, our button is looking quite same, and so we are just creating this little more spacious, and there is a little less spacious. That's not easy, we can reduce that here like that. We can use it for 90px, so this will reduce, and in the button we can add this to 10px, 30px. Okay, that's done. So the second section has been completed as well. So let's go to the third section, and before going to the third section I would like to tell you something, that whenever we are going to create these cards are created using only two methods. One is using displayplex, or another using the grid system. We will go with the displayplex, as this will be using in responsive sites will be much easier. So when I'm reducing the screen size, the applications view will be changing. So for that we'll be using displayplex. So we'll be learning that in the next section. Just let's complete it before we move to the next section, and happy learning.